Hello fellow players of Hero Wars, I'm Jay. Welcome to Jay vs. Hero Wars. Today I'll be talking about the Judge upgraded skills that we're going to be seeing this upcoming week, as well as for Judge's Brawls. And we're going to kind of do some analysis on what we think might be beneficial in terms of who we should use Judge with and who Judge will be good against. So without further ado, let's take a quick look. Alright guys, so here we are on Facebook's page, right? We finally got the announcement of Judge's updated skills. Now here's something that's weird. It says he is stronger now. Here you can find everything about his improvement. So here we go. Judge now has 2 additional roles instead of 1, control and support, just like I thought he should have been from the start, but that's okay, we got it now. His second artifact was changed. His new Manuscript of the Void artifact gives him magic penetration and magic attack. Mara was added to the list of available patrons for Judge. Now this is important, right? Because Mara allows for an extension on stun effects or silencing effects, stuff like that, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Some of Judge's glyphs, items, and Ascension glyphs were changed to give him more magic penetration. Let's take a look at the changes in his, not her, it says her here, but his skills. And the reason we know it's him is because we've already went over it a couple of times here. Now the first skill, before it created a lightning storm that dealt damage to every enemy 4 times. Same case here, so this first skill has not changed. It's the exact same. The second skill, though, did change. Force Field. Before it cast a shield that absorbed all magic damage on the ally with the lowest health. Now it casts a shield on the ally closest to the other enemies, which absorbs any damage they take. So the differentiation here is that originally it was whatever hero had the lowest health. Now it's the hero that is closest to the other enemies. So this isn't significant because if you have like Luther attacking, for example, they're going to be protected from those hits, as opposed to, let's say, Yasmin, because she has low health. If she got hit once or twice, she would have had the protection from Judge because that was the lowest health ally. So that's kind of a differentiation there. So that's an important one, something to note. Now, third, hologram. Using talent, Judge is cleared of all negative effects and also blocks the next attack, transforming the damage received into health. So that was the old one. Now, Judge removes all the debuffs from himself and activates the hologram. When Judge takes damage or receives a debuff, the hologram grants him invincibility for 1 second and converts any damage taken into health. So basically here he's invincible for a second, which is similar to a block, but it's almost, I think, better, right? Because it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. But yeah, so nothing crazy different here, but that second skill is quite different, which is big. And the fourth skill is another big one. So it's a passive skill. It lowers the enemy's team's magic defense before and now. Each electric jolt of Ion Cyclone, which, if you remember, is the first skill, slows enemies for 1 second. So this is pretty significant because that slow could be dramatically made longer by using Mara, right? So that's something to consider there. Now, the update Judge also gets Ascension Skills, right, at the same time. So upon destruction of the force field, which is this second skill, right? So if you have a tank that's getting hit and, eventually that force field dissipates or, breaks, essentially, nearby enemies are stunned for half a second. So that's good because it gives your hero some time to recover. Hopefully you have like maybe a Martha on your squad and you can maybe recover some health for your hero. But it also allows your team to kind of just keep doing damage while the other team has to be stunned. And with Mara, again, this will extend the stun period, which makes it such a big deal. Resonating Ion Cyclone. Upon ending, the Ion Cyclone conjures an electric jolt that chains between enemies 2 times, dealing magic damage and stunning each enemy hit for 1 second. So this is pretty significant. This will make Judge a very, very scary hero to deal with for 2 reasons. One is the fact that he can deal a crazy amount of stun, and paired correctly with Mara, right? So Mara is added as a list of patrons for Judge. this really allows Judge to stand out. Of course, we can't test it just yet because this hasn't been released, but this is something I'm anticipating, which will be crazy. So, things to note, right? Judge is now going to be a problem for Sebastian. So Judge is now the counter to Sebastian, who has been countering a lot of good heroes. So now this could be a problem where we see an overload of skills launched against Sebastian. So you have, let's say, you have Judge with Jorgen. That is a lot of debuffs coming at your team really fast. Sebastian probably is not going to be able to cover both of those guys at the same time by himself. Just something to note. Another thing here is that Judge is going to be very, very effective at stunning. So like your team needs to be able to either protect itself from that or take out Judge before it happens. Finally, right, anyone who has Judge is going to want to have a pretty good tank because they're going to be able to protect their tank. So a couple of tanks come to mind. Aurora, right, Luther. Both of those are going to be top tier tanks that are going to get protection that's significant from Judge. I think Astaroth as well, but Astaroth does a lot less damage than the other two tanks. So that's something to consider there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I cannot wait for Judge Brawls to drop. I'm excited to test him out and see what he can do. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this quick overview of Judge's upcoming skills, as well as how he will probably be useful in situations against Sebastian and with heroes such as Luther and Aurora and other good tanks. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in Dominion.